Well, what a victory for one of POW Pro Wrestling's newest tag teams, the Fabulous Frères. You know, Wade and Dom Hess, they tried to do their best to put a hurting on these guys and collect that bounty, but in the end, it was the Fabulous Frères who came out on top, and you gotta believe the Hess clan are gonna regroup and rethink their strategy.
Whoop-de-doo, the Fabulous Frères won on a technicality, passing that bull rope back and forth, you know. They were asking for it, they almost got their just desserts, but the referee turned around just at the right moment when the Fabulous Frères' little plan came to fruition. But they did not beat the Hess clan. Let's be real with ourselves here. There's more fight left in this feud between the Hess clan and the Fabulous Frères, as the Hess clan go for the bounty on those little golden sheaths that the Fabulous Frères are using to conceal their identity.
Right, once again, the bounty that you, mister, have absolutely nothing to do with, correct?
Correct.
All right, we're just keeping things square here. Now, speaking of you and your dalliances and your business dealings here at POW Pro Wrestling, we have to talk about what's going into this week's main event. It is a rivalry match as La Bruja, Abigail Warren, is taking on your new guy here. It's the most beautiful man in POW Pro Wrestling, or so he says, Charly Avell. Now, the last time these two faced off, there was some chicanery that went down and Charly won the match, but this time around, La Bruja is bringing some backup in the form of her old man, Big Ugly JD Bishop. What do you have to say about that?
La Bruja, first she rejected my advisement, now she's going to run back to Daddy. Daddy, please help. Charming Charly Avell is too much man for me to handle. The wily advisement that I have, I'm now giving to Charly Avell. The truth that La Bruja had, I must say that she rejected, turned against her, worked against her favor. So now Daddy's coming to clean up the mess that La Bruja left. But let's not go to see them. We're going to put the entire Ugly Dojo, send them back to Sacramento where they belong forever.
Well, if you get involved a little too much this week, mister, I'm afraid you might have the ugly stick in your future. Just keep that in mind.
I have Charming Charlie to protect me. He won't let me harm you. No, Brother Levi or my friend Richard.
Oh yes, you do have a lot of friends. That is true, mister. Well, folks, let's hear from our competitors before this big main event. It's La Bruja versus Charming Charly Avell. It's coming up next. I'm here with La Bruja, Abigail Warren, as she gets ready for a match with Charly Avell. And this time, Abigail, I noticed you did not come alone. You brought the big ugly JD Bishop, your old man, with you here. Now, I know your relationship with Mr. Ooh La La over the last couple of years here at POW has been very up and down, a lot of different layers to this. And all the while, he's been wreaking havoc on your family in the Ugly Dojo. Do you feel like this is the best opportunity to get revenge on Mr. Ooh La La?
You know, Brian, no one knows better than Abigail Warren about the attitude and mentality behind Mr. Ooh La La. I've been in that situation. I know what Charly Avell's going through. I know what's being whispered in his ear. And you see, some people might think that La Bruja's at a disadvantage because Mr. Ooh La La knows all my moves. But you see, I know exactly what they're planning. And that's why I brought the big man, the big ugly JD Bishop. He's got my back to make sure the antics of that French freak aren't able to happen tonight. So I just got one thing to say. Mr. Oola and Charly Avell, if you think that you're walking out of that ring tonight unbeaten and unbloodied, then not only are you crazy, you must be stupid!
All right, chance for revenge tonight. Bruja versus Charly Avell.
See, it's La Nuit, that the beauty, the most beautiful man in all of POW Pro Wrestling, Charming Charly Avell, will prove again that he is the beast slayer when he drives all of the ugliness out of POW Pro Wrestling by slaying that beast known as Abigail Warren, huh?
Smells like the ugliness has crawled back to POW. Abigail Warren, La Bruja. What you doing? You're back? Thought I took care of you a couple months ago. Anyways, tonight, Team Beautiful is gonna take care of you. And also I've heard that your dad's here. Take care of both of you and get rid of the ugliness again.
Do you smell that? You smell that odor? It's not the smell of ugliness, it's the sweet smell of success. Au revoir, beast. Au revoir, ugly.
Well, folks, this week's main event here on POW Pro Wrestling has all sorts of personal animosity and deep vitriol laced throughout. It's La Bruja Abigail Warren defending the honor of the Ugly Dojo, her whole family, as she takes on charming Charly Avell from Outlandish Enterprises.
I'll tell you right now, you're talking about Big Ugly Enterprises. Charly Avell being most beautiful may not be so beautiful after this match.
Well, certainly, if you believe the words from Charly Avell and Mr. Ooh La La, it is a battle of beauty versus the beast. Of course, it's Charly who finds himself the beauty here in this situation. And of course, we can't forget just how long Mr. Ooh La La has really waged war, it seems, on the Ugly family. I mean, think back to one of the very first events here at POW when it was the Massaro family that cost Titus Alexander the POW Pro Wrestling Championship. And then, of course, the months-long conservatorship that Mr. Ooh La La had placed on Abigail, leading to her emancipation, and now this matchup.
Mr. Ooh La La was trying to do nothing else but guide this lady to the promised land, you know, get her big matches, big checks. And what she did, she bit the hand that fed her. And then now she's running around trying to talk about honor. The things I've seen Big Ugly do, don't talk about honor with the Ugly Dojo.
Well, you know, Big Ugly is no saint. And we've certainly seen that over the years in the ring, and he's certainly passed on a lot of what he has learned onto his children. And you can see here, I think it's very important, I think it's very necessary that Abigail came with some backup here, because we've seen what Mr. Ooh La La has been doing in the trenches month after month after Abigail got her emancipation.
That's right.
Oh, look at this. And Warren now, she's feeling herself, so to speak, really putting the boots to Charly.
Abigail needing backup because we all know Mr. Ooh La La hits like a freight train.
I'm not sure if it's the impact or the size of the impact, it's the timing of it.
Yes.
In my opinion.
I agree.
Here we go now. A little jaw-jacking. There's some trash talk. And now
pulling the hair now.
coming back to bite her is Warren. Charly now using her hair against her. He's trying to fight out of this armbar here. Look at this. I mean, the referee, Fidel Martinez, he is letting it go.
Was admonishing him, but that's,
Oh!
you know, whoa, clamps on the headlock.
Diving
though.
right back into it. That was a full-force headlock. Tell you what, Jonas, the acrimony between the Ugly family and Mr. Ooh La La and all of his associates has just been really one of the really overarching wars here in POW Pro Wrestling. I mean, who do you expect to come out on top here?
In this matchup, Charly Avell, come on. I mean, he's got the beauty, he's got the brains, he's got the skill.
I'll tell you what, I don't think he's got the heart of Abigail Warren. That's something that, you can't teach.
And definitely not the power either. Look at that shoulder tackle.
You said it. And now, with Big Ugly at ringside cheering on his daughter.
Meanwhile, you can see Ooh La La is trying to give some advice to Charly Avell. I don't know what kind of advice is in French, but it didn't sound like very competent advice to me.
Well, I'd have to go to Duolingo to find out what he said.
That's true.
Folks, we cannot wait for next week here on POW Pro Wrestling, episode 100 drawing near. Who would have thought we could have made it this far? The centennial
Unreal.
episode, and it's going to be capped off with that big matchup. No time limit for the YouTube Championship as Chris Brady defends against Jaden. I can't wait for that.
That's
one.
going to be insane.
No.
I'm looking. Oh my goodness!
Oh, look at that. Charly brushing off the kick attempt here. Off the ropes. Oh, look at this. Oh, second time's the charm for La Bruja.
Thought he could escape that first one. Couldn't escape the second one. Warren now.
Big suplex,
my.
dropping Charly down.
Not gonna lie, I'm digging Abigail's ring gear.
1, 2, yes. That's a 2 count there. Spider-Gwen inspired is Abigail Warren this week here on POW. I'll tell you what. She could be borrowing a few moves from the web slinger herself. May pick up a victory here in due time. Oh, I guess, what is that? Who's the natural enemy of Spider-Gwen? I don't know that much of the comic.
Lex
lore.
Luthor?
No,
that's
Louise Bulldog.
I know that much.
I'm sorry.
I know that much. Oh, big clothesline by Avell. Give the assist to Mr. Ooh La La, who saw none of that chicanery going on.
Tell you
So
what,
I've been watching any of the comic books, I guess.
natural enemy of Abigail Warren seems to be Charly Avell.
I mean,
You have a good point here, and now Avell, the self-proclaimed most beautiful man in POW Pro Wrestling.
Disrobing.
He's showing the goods. I mean, he really thinks he's God's gift.
They came here to see.
Evidently. I mean, he's got the flowing locks. I mean, some people have said he resembles Jason Momoa, but I think those people might need their eyes checked. Oh! Driving Warren's face right down into the canvas, right on that hardwood underneath. 1, 2, no.
Well, speaking of eyes checked, I think that, if you want to be a sponsor of POW Pro Wrestling, if you're an optician, maybe that you can sponsor the glasses to those people that need them to see that he's not so beautiful.
I wonder if Mr. Ooh La La gets a sponsorship from those shades he wears.
Oh, boy, I tell you. General Electric, maybe?
Those prescriptions, yeah. I'm not sure they're the right prescription. But now Avell seems to have things well in hand here with his opponent tonight. Of course, he did pick up a victory against Warren in their last encounter, but that is what prompted Abigail to bring the backup in the first place. Oh, of course, got big ugly JD Bishop at ringside. He is a multi-decade veteran of the squared circle. 1, 2 match could be over. Oh, no. Took out at 2. Ugly, of course, has seen and done it all, and if you ever seen him wrestle, you can see the scars that litter his body. He really tells the story. And here you go now.
Not just the scars, but the multitude of injuries that he's had, too, etc.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been, the Massaro family laid out Big Ugly on more than one occasion. Put him on the shelf.
Not long enough.
Gotta believe the war is real. Now, what's Abigail Warren doing? Telling him to stop, and he believed it. Setting him up for some kicks right to the mush. Abigail knocking down the tree here and follows up with a drop kick to the back, almost the base of the neck. Has him in a cover. 1, 2, no, not enough.
Does hook the leg, though, but couldn't get a 3 count out of it.
Jonas, can you imagine what kind of relief it would be for the Ugly family for Abigail to pick up a win here tonight?
Well, I mean, they're carrying this thing on longer than it needs to go. Clearly, Ooh La La and Charly Avell are their superiors. They just accept it and move on, but for some reason, Abigail can't let it go.
Well, for the hell that she put, Mr. Ooh La La, I should say, put through Abigail and her family over the last 2 years here at POW Pro Wrestling, I would say she's got a right.
Sometimes you just gotta accept, hey, they're a little bit better than me. You take your lumps and you move on.
Oh, Avell's trying to do it outside the ring right now. Putting the boots to her.
No. I'm not sure any objective mind would place Charly Avell above Abigail in skill set, but that's just my opinion. But be that as it may, Charly has picked up the win, so, I mean, I've been wrong before.
There's a reason he's in Outlandish Enterprises, all right? And that she ain't.
Well, of course, between Levi and Zicky, someone needs a human shield. Cover now made by Avell. 1, 2, no. And now, that third member of Outlandish Enterprises really wanted to prove his gumption. He wants to prove his worth. Something he always felt he had to fight for, and most violent was respect. And I guess he feels he's getting that now in Outlandish Enterprises.
And you can see that definite frustration right there in Avell. He's trying to throw the punches at Warren and just frustration.
Absolutely, frustration is the word of the day here, but look at the quick right-hand jabs by Warren. She's coming back. A little bit of flip-flop and fly, perhaps. Oh, that's a big old headbutt. Followed up with the elbow.
Just like Dusty Rhodes, baby.
That's right. Here we go. Clothesline missed. Charly picks her
power
up. Big body slam, taking the wind out of Abigail's sails. Following up with a nice twisting elbow drop as Avell goes to the cover, but no hooked leg. 2. Boy, Bulldog, I think that's going to kind of cost Avell there, that lackadaisical cover.
Absolutely. But I will tell you, though, I couldn't believe the power that he showed with that slam there. That was incredible.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
He's more than just a pretty face. We know that to be sure. He's got the power. He's got the intensity. He just needs to be able to find his focus and get his mojo.
I don't think under the auspices of Ooh La La is the smart move, though.
Going for the suplex. Could really put a hurting on her if he does that.
Does block it, though.
Abigail blocks it, pushes him off the ropes. Oh! That is a headbutt and a half. Bringing Charly down with ice. 2, 3. Whoa, wait a minute. Ugly is in hot pursuit.
Run, mister.
He better
Oh
run.
boy, look at this. He's got him.
He's got him right where he wants him. I think now Ugly's gonna finally let all those months of anger come out. Wait a
Avell,
minute.
right behind.
And Avell with a cheap shot on Big Ugly on the outside. Look out! Oh no! Ugly's just gone head first into the ring post. He is out.
That's what he gets.
He must have flown at least 8 feet past that ring
I'll
post.
tell you what, he's right in front of us. That
Oh,
ring
look at
post.
this.
Now Mr. Ooh La La in the ring.
Oh,
yeah,
that chain.
That's great
He's got a
strategy.
chain.
Oh no! He just decked his own man and Charly Avell with that chain.
With the power of Iron Mike Tyson himself.
Oh, wait a minute. That fist was loaded. 2, 3.
Gaines revenge. Warren Gaines revenge.
Here is your winner, La Bruja, Abigail Warren. And talk about months of tension and anger and hatred coming out with that 3 count. Finally, Warren's able to get that struggle off her back and beat Charly Avell. And maybe, just maybe now, a bit of closure.
Oh, take a look right behind him.
Oh boy, I think Mr. wishes he was wearing dark pants.
As Ugly gets back up, throws her line to Bruha. Oh no!
Oh boy, Abigail Warren has got Mr. right where she wants him. Yeah.
Oh no!
Wait a minute. Big Ugly saying no, telling her to wait. Oh,
come on.
Oh, mama.
There's no need for this.
Mr. Ooh La La, I hope you got insurance, brother, because you're about to go face to face with the Ugly Stick. Look out!
God.
Oh no! Mr. Ooh La La's face became one with the barbed wire. And he is out.
That is absolutely barbaric, Brian Zane. Listen to these people.
The fans, hey, we give the people what they want at POW Pro Wrestling.
Oh no!
Oh no, I don't think, oh no! One for Ugly, one for the old man. How do you like that, Mr. Ooh La La?
You mess with the Ugly Dojo, this is what you get.
Oh boy. Oh no, mister. Talk about his pretty face. That's no more after this.
Oh no, he's bleeding.
He is a victim of the Ugly Stick. Is Mr. Ooh La La.
Oh no.
Can we get some help out here?
Oh boy, mister. I don't envy you, my friend. But that is
Microphone.
that's
Punch the microphone.
months of
I'll tell you right now,
that was months coming.
it's been a long time coming. Big smile on Warren's face.
POW Pro Wrestling. I just gotta say one thing. Goddamn, making that French freak bleed felt pretty damn good.
Oh no.
He's got the beret. That looks
I
good
told
on
you,
him.
Ula, I told you, Charly, that if you thought you were leaving this ring unbeaten and unbloodied, then not only were you crazy, you must be stupid!
Boy, what a loss for Avell, and what a beating Mr. Ooh La La suffered. I don't think he'll be able to be the same again. But the Ugly Dojo standing tall in Eugene, Oregon.
My my hosting colleague and Mr. Ooh La La began to see red during that main event, and I'm not just talking about the color of my sweatsuit. You saw what happened there. I guess, I called it. The ugly stick came into play. It was La Bruja who won the day, thanks to her father, J.D. Bishop, and in the end, it was Mr. Ooh La La, well, some would say getting his just desserts, getting planted face first into that ugly stick. And let's hope for his sake that the war between he and Outlandish Enterprises and the Ugly Dojo is over from here. Well, folks, nothing is over yet in POW Pro Wrestling. We have only just begun. You have stood with us for 99 explosive episodes here on YouTube and now on IWTV. Well, next week, of course, folks, we got to talk about the big 100. Episode 100 of POW Pro Wrestling is coming here next week, and we are doing it in grand style with what else, of course? The Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship. That belt's going to be defended as Chris Brady takes on the unbelievable Jaden in a no time limit match. Now, the last time these two faced off, things did go to a time limit draw, but with two competitors this intense, this explosive, we could not constrain them to a time limit anymore. And with the most valuable prize on YouTube on the line, you just know those two are going to go all out. For Mr. Ooh La La, when he gets back at least, I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you at episode 100.